What are you doing? What are you doing November 5th?
Gee, November 5th, 5? Yeah. Well, I don't know.
We're out of town.
We're out of town.
Did I say the 5th? Hold on. I meant the 14th. You'll be in town then, right?
Yes.
My wife and I go to this charity benefit dinner every year. It's a lot of fun. Oh, I love that role. I would love to do that every week.
You had one of my favorite lines, which isn't like any of the punchline lines, but just guys, I guess in comedy, we pick up, we have, as Colin Quinn once said, a bit of a dog whistle for one another.
That's great.
You just went, yeah. Because you buy him lottery tickets, or the tickets for the luncheon. And he's like, I never said I wanted to go, but you just assume. And I picked up another one in case you want a +2. And it's this whole rigmarole. And then finally, like, you just keep meeting him at his drive. He's trying to get home to see his wife's having an affair.
Right.
So it's such peril.
Yes.
And there's so much on the line, but he can't get there in time because you are literally blocking the driveway going, yeah, about those tickets. I hate to be a stick in the mud, but this is the line. I had a bear of a sales conference yesterday. You had a bear? Was it a sales conference?
I think so.
It was a bear of a sales conference. But I laughed so hard I had to pause it and leave the room. Like, when you laugh where it's causing damage to your organs? It was one of those. Just the fact that you had a bear of a sales conference, so I really need the money. Yesterday was tough for me, so if you could pay me my money today, that would erase how hard my bear of a sales... I love a whale of a time and a bear of a sales... I love all that stuff.
Right. It's $55 a plate, so that's $110 total.
But I never agreed. Can I this is how I do my roles in my movies. I would like to go now. Yes.
Is that your Bateman?
I guess I'm trying it.
It's pretty good.
It's hard.
It's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dave Koechner is our guest. If money were no object, what kind of party would you throw, and where would you throw it? I only know that you and Lee play this game at home, so I want you to.
No, I just saw that at the table the other day, and I didn't know where they came from, and we haven't used them yet.
Well, here you go. Now you'll know all the answers.
Well, no, I'm sure it's a different box because I don't think it's on our dining room table, so it must be a family thing.
This is that was family.
Well, the bear thing was in there, I think.
No, I made that. That's here.
Oh,
that's
good.
on my show notes.
If I was going to throw a party, what would it be?
If money were no object, okay. What kind of party would you have, and where would you have it?
Well, part of me feels like I would have it at Disneyland with my kids. So I would just say, park's ours. Let's go have fun, kids. You can buy anything you want. You can eat anything you want. You can ride anything you want. And
you're the only ones in the park?
Yeah. Or them and their friends, whoever they want to invite. And me and my friends, you're going to be there.
Yes.
Yes.
I like your party.
Andrew's going to be there. Corey's going to be there. She's going to stop covering. She just now stopped covering her face out of shame and embarrassment.
Out of the Lifetime pitch.
Were you there?
Oh, yeah.
She just covered her face again. Oh, I love it.
It was brutal.
Where would you go if you? What would party with? That's not very exciting.
No, it's pretty.
If I was younger, it'd be a different party. But
yeah, if I was younger, I think it'd be a lot of grass and a water park.
Yeah, a water park.
But if money's no object, you want to go to like fucking Bali and do mushrooms and have a mushroom party,
right?
Mushrooms and money's no object. So you have the Bali Coast Guard and like everyone's completely protected.
Yes.
I think I can't. I think I need something to drink. I'm getting to they hand you a drink. Right. Like the trip cannot possibly go wrong.
There's IVs whenever you need them.
They wrap you in blankets when you start feeling lonely.
There's blow. There's nasal decompression. Whatever you need.
I got a stuffy nose. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Let's take care of that.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Bali, and it's a big mushroom party, and they call in every possible French Polynesian emissary to make sure everything goes our way.
Wow, that's nice.
Like goes, my face is on fire. And it's like literally like a psychiatrist going, or a hypnotist going, your face is not on fire.
It's not on fire.
I think that would be a good party.
That'd be very nice.
Much more expensive than your party.
And much more fun. But that's
I don't think it's more fun because you get to go on Haunted Mansion over and over and over. Dead men tell no tales. So SNL.
Yes.
What was your audition like?
My audition, we had 3. Well, the 2 and then the final, yes. The first one was... Yes.
The 2 or how?
Well, or what?
You had 2 auditions and then a third?
The third time they flew me out from Chicago.
Okay, but what were the first 2 times?
The first one was you had to do let's see. You had to do a celebrity impression, a political impression, and a character. And
on tape?
No. They flew me out. Because I was at Second City, and they saw me in Second City.
And for those of you listening, you hear Second City a lot on this show and on WTF, and you hear it a lot on other podcasts. It is a big deal, and it is really like a pedigree. And you learned or studied under
Del Close,
the single greatest, like Bill Murray in Esquire this month.
Yes, I saw that.
Like, is going, you don't understand, like, I am who I am because of Del Close. And I just worked with Steve Carell, and Steve Carell had an outtake and ad-libbed to Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey says something. It's a magician movie,
right?
And Steve Carell goes,
just so you know, you got that part. I auditioned for that part, so now
no one was getting that part besides me. I made my mind up going in like a dog with a pole.
You know what? And that's how it works, folks. You make up your mind, and it's yours. Anyway.
I didn't say whammy right, and I knew it.
That's great
for Champ Kind.
That's great.
So I go in. So anyway, he's ad-libbing, and he goes, "Mr. Gray, I saw your show today, and what you do is not magic; it's monkey danger." And then we all just are trying not to laugh.
Yeah.
And then I said, "What do you mean monkey danger?" He goes, "Once him and somebody else and his crew at Chicago."
At Second City.
At Second City in Chicago. Del Close pulled them aside and said, "You guys need to be careful because what you're doing up there isn't even improv anymore. It's monkey danger." And I said, "Was he being serious?" And he goes, "I still don't know." And my wife to this day goes, Del Close was such a genius. He knew he was mind fucking you by telling you were doing monkey danger.
I'm not sure because, improv was important to him. And Second City had a different style because we all studied the Improv Olympic, the IO. And then we would move over to the Second City. And their style, it was like ours was pure long form, right? We take one suggestion, we go for a half an hour. And there was a school of thought or a way of playing at Second City for a while. It was really jokey, and the scenes didn't go very far. There was a lot of negation and just trying to get to a joke as opposed to trying to get to a relationship of a scene that might sustain a scene that might go somewhere. So maybe that's what he was talking about. And Del was corny enough that he probably meant it. One time he told someone who was in a class who didn't pay her something and gave him shit or Sharna shit, he said, "Fuck off, you turkey." So he called someone in the late 80s a turkey. So
fuck off, you turkey.
Turkey. So, and this is a guy who recorded the album in the 60s, How to Speak Hip. So monkey danger was probably sincere, and fuck off turkey was sincere too. There was no irony to it.
Is Del the guy that had where he was painted on his ceiling of his bedroom? Your name is Del Close. You are in bed. You live at this address.
That could be.
Was that him?
It could be. I don't know.
You would know. Maybe
I don't
I'm thinking
know
of somebody
story.
else.
All right,
so you get flown out to SNL.
Yes.
And what's your celebrity impression?
It was not very good.
I had a bear of an impression, JJ. I had a pride of lions and a murder of crows and a congress of baboons.
It was Jack Lemmon.
Really?
Yes.
I love it.
I love Jack Lemmon. It wasn't very good. It was just passable if it wasn't too many lines. Hello, Mrs. Nyborg. What? I can't remember what the rest of the audition was.
I'm not sure what that was you just did, but it was not Jack Lemmon.
Yeah, well, it was my Jack Lemmon. It was
friend to friend.
From Glengarry Glen Ross. I'm not saying it was very good.
Oh, you know what? You're right.
Good evening. Is there?
I'm only here.
Oh, this is Mrs. Nyborg. So it was, barely serviceable. But they let that one slide. Political impression, I believe, was Pat Buchanan.
You seem like a natural Bill Clinton guy.
Let's see. Clinton was not in the front of the race at the time, I think. Buchanan was, let's see, we're talking, it was 95.
So I had just left.
Yes.
Oh, we established that, sorry.
So,
what I was going to say earlier, when I saw Get Off the Shed, I wept in my bed.
Really?
Such a brilliant sketch. As the cold open for the new season with these new people, I went, oh my God.
Wow.
I could have been a part of this.
That may have been a Will trunk piece from Groundlings. I think it was.
Get off the shed. You want another hot dog?
Yeah. I forget the two kids' names.
I'm going to hit you with my fists
if you don't get off the shed.
And then I love the whole. All right. Well, we'll get. So you do your political. So Pat Buchanan.
Right. Pat Buchanan. Whoever I just said.
Jack Lemmon.
Jack Lemmon. Wow.
And then and the original character.
I may have done like Gerald, the T-Bones guy. I think. That's what that one was.
Can you give some of him to our listeners?
Yes. Hey, what's going on? More stories. How about the stories that just never end? The song remains the same. What's that? Whoop. And then the next, for some reason, just like you knew you were going to get that movie, I knew I was going to get Saturday Night Live. It's something I'd wanted since I was 13. I'd never really prepped for it per se, like in terms of doing impressions, all this stuff. I knew I was going to get it. I knew this was mine that year.
The pressure was off.
I felt none. I mean, to be honest with you, I was thinking to myself, this is mine.
I never thought there was a billion to one chance that I would get it. So
Really?
I had that exact lack of pressure in the other direction. And I'm always the guy like, why wouldn't I get it?
Right.
But I knew that how many people they see, and the odds are just so insane. So just go have fun.
So you knew that because you were in New York.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how many people they see. I didn't know they did all the scouting. So none of that was in my mind because I'm in Chicago. I knew that they came to Chicago to scout, and there were a limited number of people from Chicago they brought.
Who else did they bring from Chicago?
Steve auditioned that year. Steve's wife, who was hired with me.
Nancy?
Nancy Walls Carell. She and I got hired and let go at the same time. But they're doing okay. Let's see, who else auditioned? I like from the Chicago people. McKay may have auditioned, but he was a writer.
He showed them.
He's amazing. Who else auditioned?
Hey McKay, would it fucking kill you to have me in one of your movies?
He should. Maybe he'll direct the orderlies.
I'm into this.
I am too. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Because you get every swath, is that a word?
Yeah.
Of the human element.
Yes.
You get the crabby old black lady like, I didn't come here to be insulted, baby.
Let's do it like it's a mad world. We'll have every cameo imaginable.
Okay.
Every famous person
and everyone's
we know.
Screaming at the top. Mad world. Everyone's screaming at the top of their lungs.
It's delirious hokum. But it just goes on.
It's monkey danger.
It's monkey danger.
So you're set when you go back the second time. Do you stick with those three?
Nope. It was do what you want. It was all characters.
Okay.
So I did all characters. I did
as?
4 characters. I did the Gerald guy. I did this guy I called Jokey who always goes no.
Dude, please do Jokey for me.
Hey, Jay Mohr. Hey, less is more. No. Hey, the road less traveled. Hey, traveling man, Bob Seger. No.
You did it on Weekend Update with Norm, right?
Yes.
And then you also did Norm's brother.
That's what we called him, Norm's brother, but I always called him Jokey. I knew this guy when I was 15. He used to always do that. No, like, hey, you want to work for me tonight? No. Like, what? What are you doing? Hey, we just got an order for cheeseburgers. No. What's going on? Is that a joke or not a joke? Are you uncomfortable talking? Do you want to be funny? You can't be funny. You know you're not funny. So
what do you think it was with that guy?
I think he knew he wanted to be funny. He knew it wasn't funny, so he bailed out at the very last second every time. No. Hey,
so the third time
you're holding the mic. What's your middle name, Mike? No. Hey.
It's almost too subtle. Like it needs to be.
Well, it has to be a long strand. It has to be this longer thing. You can't get by with one. You have to do more and more and more and more, and then it builds. And it's like so ridiculous that it's like, oh, this guy, he's stuck in an eddy. He cannot get out.
Yeah,
and he can't help himself.
Yeah, it needs to be in like an Ed Burns or like Wally Wolodarski, like a small, funny, independent movie where the guy's a runner.
Oh, it's all Jokey being in it. Yeah, my buddy said to me. He said, you should do a Jokey in the Mob, where it's just this guy they kidnapped for some reason. He won't stop making jokes.
No.
We'll do that as our second picture. Oh, my God, we got such a future together.
What's the perfect gift? It's the Man Great Grill Enhancement System. What's a Man Great, you ask? Man Greats are 100% made in America cast iron grilling grates. These heavy-duty grilling grates deliver exactly what you need to achieve that steakhouse flavor you have been looking for. With Man Great's patented design, chicken, steak, or veggies, if you're a vegan, whatever, will have never tasted so good. No more flare-ups, no more dry meat. Guaranteed. Take advantage of our $20 More Stories special today by clicking on the Man Great banner at jmohr.com. Basically, just go to jmohr.com and click on everything and buy stuff. As a bonus, every More Stories show order, mostly Man Great, comes with a heavy-duty Man Great grilling brush. And you can use that grilling brush for anything. You can clean out a kid's bottom row of teeth and put tubes in to projectile vomit on a drum kit. 100% made in America, 100% cast iron, 100% steakhouse quality grilling in your backyard. $20 More Stories show special. Click on the Man Great banner at jmohr.com to order today.
Now, this house next door they're building, is that sold? Because can I move in?
I don't know.
With me and my 5?
But I would like it if you guys moved. If you and me were neighbors, I would never be inside this home.
That would be a lot of fun.
I would be in the jacuzzi asking your wife showbiz tips. Lee, how do I crack that lifetime code? How do you crack the cup and let the wine flow? Because you are hot, young lady. Holy smokes. And she's a looker. You did good.
She's so much better looking than me. Much like your wife. Better than we deserve.
I agree. So your third audition.
Third audition was just the flying out when you know.
In the Studio 8H, on the stage, in front of 4 people.